Well, here's an interesting story that I want to share with you guys, and I'm not sure if this has been on an episode of Dateline or not yet. It damn sure sounds like it should be, and I also damn sure considered making an After Prison Show Dateline parody.
Things were about to take a major turn in this forbidden relationship. What would be this major turn about to take place in this forbidden relationship? And how would this change things?
But I decided against that because of the serious nature of all of this, the gravity of the situation. I want to introduce you to a dude who is absolutely disturbed, a messed up guy for sure. This guy's from North Carolina, and he's actually out on bond right now, so there's that as well. I also thought about potentially trying to reach out to him and see if we can get an interview with him on After Prison Show, but he's got an open case and he's facing life, so I doubt that he would want to come on. But if you do get a chance to see this video and you're interested in sharing your side of the story, let's make it happen. Folks, let me go ahead and introduce you to this psychopath right here, 37-year-old Joshua Hunsucker of Mount Holly, North Carolina. This dude is out on bond squared. He's out on bond twice for two terrible crimes, and both of these crimes definitely could carry quite a bit of time, including life. Go ahead and put your 5-point harness on as I share this headline with you that reads, North Carolina man accused of killing wife with eye drops, now charged with setting fire to a medical helicopter mid-flight. This dude is dangerous. A lot of stuff going on with that headline right there. Let's try to break this thing down. This dude is accused of killing his wife using some sort of Visine eye drops. You know, I remember hearing about people doing that as like a prank. Where did that first start from? Dumb and Dumber, I think? Or maybe it wasn't Visine. I think they put Metamucil, some sort of laxative is what it was. But I could have swore there was a movie that did the Visine. Whatever the case is, that stuff can kill you. And this is not the first story, if I can remember correctly. I think there's been another story of somebody dying or maybe getting really, really sick behind the Visine eye drop thing. Now, I'm pretty certain that this dude, if he did this, you know, because it's only alleged, innocent until proven guilty, that doesn't exist anywhere except on paper. But I'm pretty sure that if he did this, he wasn't doing this as a prank. He probably was doing this with every intention to have the effect that it did, his wife being deceased. And not only would he end up getting out on bond for that charge, you know, he's also out on bond for setting a freaking medical helicopter on fire mid-flight. This dude must have thought he was in GTA or some shit. Also crazy to mention about all of this, dude was in the medical profession. So if he did this Visine thing, he knew what he was doing. Also crazy to mention about all of this, this happened back in 2018. And after this took place, the incident involving his wife, where she passed away, he would end up collecting a $250,000 life insurance policy. You smell that? I mean, I just farted also, but that definitely reeks of motive. I'm kidding, I didn't fart. I didn't. A North Carolina man accused of using eye drops to poison and kill his wife in 2018 has now been arrested for setting fire to a medical helicopter mid-flight over Charlotte in 2019. What the beep was the point of this? You know, at first when I read this, I'm thinking, okay, maybe they were transporting his wife. And he was like, yo, I got to see this thing through. I got to see this thing through. But these were two totally different incidents. These were two totally different things. That's the right word. Two totally different times. And in fact, I believe that the fire starting incident actually took place prior to him being arrested for the murder of his wife. Joshua Hunsucker, 37 years old, of Mount Holly, has been charged with felony burning personal property and was issued a $50,000 unsecured bond on Monday. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in this story that doesn't make sense. His wife died in 2018. He collected a $250,000 insurance policy. The story's going to go on to say that this dude was a paramedic. They're not sure whether or not, the story doesn't know whether or not he was on duty or not when the fire took place, but obviously he was in the helicopter. How the hell, and the helicopter incident took place in 2019, but yet on Monday, he's making bond for this charge, $50,000, a drop in the bucket, in comparison to that $250, actually it's a decent little chunk, in comparison to that $250 that he collected from the life insurance policy. How in the beep Was this dude not arrested right there after this fire-starting incident took place on the helicopter? Oh shoot, we got a fire back here. I don't really want to make any jokes about all of this, but I guess maybe they didn't know that it was him. Hey, maybe they just figured it was some kind of faulty equipment, something along them lines. And I guess most probably it was after an investigation that they realized, hey, it's this dude. I mean, dude's batshit crazy. He just killed his wife with a Visine bottle. There's not a lot of mention in terms of like motive. The wife incident took place in 2018. The helicopter incident took place in 2019. Maybe that was his attempt to game over right there. And he didn't care who he was going to take with him. And if you're going to game over, I don't think that there's any more drastic and dramatic type of a way that you can do it than in a fiery helicopter crash. Luckily, though, that did not work nor happen if that's what he was attempting to do. And the helicopter was able to make an emergency landing. According to police, on November the 26th, 2019, at 12:59 a.m., a piece of medical equipment was intentionally set on fire inside an Atrium Health helicopter while in flight. The helicopter was forced to land, interfering with flight operations, authorities said. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department said Hunsucker turned himself into the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office this week. He was already out of jail on bond, awaiting trial on charges in his wife's death. Think about you being locked up, or unfortunately any loved ones that you have who are locked up who couldn't get a bond and their charges were only what? And this dude is out on bond twice, once for murder and once for trying to burn down a helicopter in flight. And why can't I get no bond? I mean, when you think about like reasons why people get denied for a bond, flight risk is one of them. This dude was the absolute definition of that. An absolute flight risk. This dude will kill you in flight. But in terms of flight risk, that just means fleeing, like running, going on the run, which I'm quite sure is probably going to happen with this dude. If he ain't already left, he's going. He will. Watch what I tell you. That is my crypto advice for the day. This dude will run. Or maybe he thinks he's too smart. He's going to outsmart everybody. So what? What evidence do they have that I did this? Yeah, I was a medical professional who probably knew what Visine would do. But that's just circumstantial. Hunsucker, who collected $250,000 in insurance money upon his wife's death in 2018, has been accused of fatally poisoning her with eye drops. Stacy Hunsucker's death had been ruled a heart attack in 2018. She was 32 and the mother of 2 young children. Hunsucker, who used to be a paramedic with the Atrium's Health Med Center AIR, was charged with her murder nearly 1 year later in December of 2019, 2 months after the arson incident. Hunsucker was accused of poisoning his wife with Visine eye drops. A blood test detected very high levels of tetrahydrozoline, which is one of the active ingredients in certain eye drops, prosecutor Jordan Green said in court. High levels of tetrahydrozoline in the body can cause the heart to stop. Hunsucker's murder trial is being adjourned due to COVID-related backlog at the courthouse, but nonetheless, these cases will stay separate since there is no apparent connection. The investigation into these cases remains active and ongoing. But you can't get no bond. Crazy shit. I wanted to share this story with you guys because this is just a lifetime movie in the making for sure. A very tragic incident. You know, oh man, just a super sad incident. Thoughts and prayers to the victim and the family of the victim. And this dude, Joshua Hunsucker, oh, they gonna smoke your boots, dude. And you deserve it. And damn sure don't deserve to be out on no bond. That's just my thoughts and opinions on this story. I would love to hear yours. So with that, I'm hopeful that you'll leave a like and a comment on this video. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace.